All right, everybody. Hello. How are you guys doing? Hold on, let me make sure. Oh, doggone it. I forgot. Hold on, y'all. Let me set up my settings right here. Dang. Let me fix that real quick. Hold on. I got to have my backdrop looking official like a whistle. You know what I'm saying? I can't be out here looking. Oh, that's not the one I'm looking for. Hold on. Let me see. How y'all doing? But while I'm setting this up, everybody do me a favor and go ahead and put what it is that you do on the screen so I can put you up there real quick. Let's see. Am I going to get it to work today? Maybe not. Okay. Let's see. Is that the input 2 or input? That's the wrong one. There we go. I think this is it. I don't know. Child. Listen, I meant to have this set up the right way, but clearly I forgot. Let's see. I ain't gonna do it today. I ain't even gonna do it today because it's getting on my nerves. So let's just cut that off. All right, so let's go ahead and get started for today. How is everybody doing? We are broadcasting all over the nation. So hello to everybody. We're broadcasting on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, all over the place. What's popping? What's popping? You are okay. You do my. I didn't know that. Well, yeah, I'm definitely looking for a magazine publisher. So that's all you do though. So I'm looking for someone that's all that you publish. So, but that's another conversation. We're not going to talk about that right now. How are you guys doing? Okay, so y'all forgive me on Instagram. I still ain't got my phone fixed. I just honestly don't feel like it. So I dropped my phone the other day, y'all, and it's a crack literally right in front of the camera. And I really don't even like to have cracks on my phone, period. But I just am not in the mood to go and get it done. So you got to forgive your girl. For right now, for this, you see all the little iridescent lights and stuff. That's what that is. That's what that is because I dropped it. But anyways, hello everybody. I want to shout out, guys. Make sure if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of that stuff, go ahead and introduce yourself. Invite some people to be a part of this broadcast so that they can know what's going on and what we are doing. But I'm currently looking for public speakers. So I'm going to talk about two different things actually on this broadcast. Matter of fact, let me move this over a little bit because I feel like, let me do this. I'm going to move it so that I can look at both of the screens. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking up and looking down, whatever. You know, we're going to make it work. But I'm looking for public speakers for an event that I have coming up. But I'm also wanting to talk to you guys about an event that I do once a month. And we are almost going to be sold out of tickets for this event. And I don't want you guys to miss it. So just to kind of introduce myself before we get things rocking and rolling. Again, everybody, please introduce yourself as you come on in. Let us know what it is that you do. I'm one of those type of people. When I broadcast live, I love for people to actually share what they do. I don't care if you even do the same thing that I do because, you know, I serve a God who is an abundant God. Okay. And I believe that all of us are not meant to impact everyone, but, you know, sometimes we can be a connector to other people. So please introduce yourself. I am a speaker that helps other speakers, coaches. I'm actually a coach. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. I'm a coach. And what I do is I help other speakers, coaches, and network marketers write books that are designed to grow their business. In fact, 80% of most authors, they actually make less than $10,000 a year leveraging their books. 10,000. Okay. Now I know a lot of authors out here in these streets and they are not making money. And so my mission is not just to help people to produce books. I'm not a book publisher. I know a lot of times people think that I'm a publisher. I'm not. I'm a coach. Okay. I just show you how, because honestly, y'all, everybody is self-publishing. I teach you how to self-publish, but the goal is to teach you also how to use that book to turn it into a multiple six-figure a year business. So my goal for 2021 is to help more than 1,000 authors make over $10,000 plus on a monthly basis. Now, it all has to do with writing the right book too. So if you ain't got the right book that's designed to build multiple streams of income, it's very difficult. I hope y'all can see me on Facebook because I don't see any comments coming up. So I don't know. But anyway, so shout out to everybody. Let me see. We have some people that are here on Instagram as well. Shout out to Loving Her. Hey, Queen. We have Carmel Cream 9397. Hello, Diversity and Employment Coaching. Okay. Kareem Ellis. Hey, Kareem. Breakthrough strategist, motivational speaker, author since 2007. Author Tan Yana. Tanyana from OKC, author and entrepreneur. So hello, hello, hello. And welcome to everybody else who's probably watching the replay. So I actually have 3 books. My first book is A Six-Figure Vision. I've written over 15. I've helped more than 5,000 speakers, coaches, and network marketers to become what I call authorpreneurs. So I'm blessed. Thank you. I'm blessed in that area. I thank God every day for that opportunity. The first book that I like to share is this one called A Six-Figure Vision. This was the very first book that I wrote when I was in the network marketing industry. And I wrote this book specifically to grow my network marketing organization. It used to be called A Vision to Freedom. But now that I'm no longer in network marketing, but I actually coach several top 6 and 7 figure network marketing coaches on writing books, I changed it, and it's now specifically to help all speakers, coaches, and network marketers. And then I also have my book, How Not to Be a Broke Author, because there are a lot of authors out here in these streets. I get it and I understand, but my thing is, don't just be an author that's getting to the bag. So I want to show authors how not to fall into the statistic where you have 80% of most authors making no more than $10,000 a year. And then of course, this is my latest, Don't Go Broke, Trying to Be a Business Owner. Now, right now, if you go to my links, you can actually get all 3 of those books for the cost of 2. Just go to visionavantbooks.com. I think it's visionavantbooks.com. Actually, no. Just go to abookin30days.com, abookin30days.com. And even if you're not wanting to write a book, but you are an author, or if you are already an author and you need to learn how to grow your business or grow your book, right? If you go to abookin30days.com, it'll give you access to my free masterclass. And you will then, when you go to the next page, it'll give you the option to be able to purchase all 3 of my books for the price of 2, or you can just choose which one you want, okay? Now, wanted to get into today's conversation. I am looking for speakers. I'm looking for speakers for my next conference. We actually have a conference that is coming up on next Saturday, which I'm super excited about. This is the Breakthrough and Empowerment Conference, y'all. We have over 200 people already registered for this event, and we have several speakers that are going to bring They're going to be talking about how they've been able to break through their challenges, overcome, and the specific steps that they've been able to handle. And then the next book that we're going to be talking about is going to talk about more so, I want to be able to bring speakers who can talk on different subjects of balance. Different subjects of balance. So we're going to have some speakers that are going to be talking about business and career. I want to have some speakers that can come in and talk about health and wellness. I also want to have some speakers that can come in and talk about relationships. So not just loving, romantic relationships, but also workplace relationships, friendship relationships, types of and these are all separate types of topics and can be separate speakers. And so we want to make sure with this particular conference that's coming up, we're looking for individuals to speak in all different areas, okay? In all different areas, so that we can talk more about having balance. And so if you're interested in learning more how you could actually partner with us and become a speaker, what you want to do, guys, is go to lookingforspeakers.com. Lookingforspeakers.com. Again, go to lookingforspeakers.com. It's real easy to remember that domain. For those of you watching on YouTube, I'll go ahead or Facebook, or YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Lookingforspeakers.com is where you want to go for that particular one. And I can tell you guys, we're going to have an incredible array of different speakers from all backgrounds. I'm just super excited about that and super grateful. And for those of you who want to be able to attend our conference that's coming up, if you want to get an example of how we take our virtual conferences to the next level, you definitely want to register for the Breakthrough and Empowerment Conference.com. But you'll be seeing me put some posts up about it so that you can register. But if you're interested, if you speak in any of those areas, business, if you speak in career, if you speaking in health and wellness, okay, and that even in health and wellness also includes mental wellness, right? And also speaking in the space of finances. As y'all know, I have a nonprofit called Urban CEO Network, which, by the way, let me just tell you something. Urban CEO has been going through it, and it's not something that I've publicly had shared recently, and I'm not even going to go into specific details of it, but what I will tell you is that we've been going through some litigation, okay? We've been going through some litigation, and it's not nothing that we did necessarily wrong on our end. Actually, we did everything right. We did everything right when it comes to legalities. But let me just give y'all a little tidbit for all of y'all that are in business, okay, and you're building a brand, immediately, are y'all listening to me? Immediately go and trademark your business. Go and trademark your business right now. Number 2, make sure your business is registered. Y'all, if you build something that is huge and you build something that is going to be here for, long after you're gone, you got to make sure that you are protecting yourself. Okay. So anyways, yeah, man, I'm just excited to announce that we got some really, really positive news, some great things, and we're going to be pushing forward with all the great things that's going on with Urban CEO. So y'all register yourself. I ain't going to get into the specifics. All I'm saying is that your girl made sure that we protected ourselves, but I also wanted to make sure that we were doing things in decency and order. So looking for speakers.com. I done typed it wrong, child. Looking for, not looking your, but looking for speakers.com. If you feel that you fit the mold and you speak in any of those areas. So when I talk about having balance, and this is the thing, right? Having balance is not making sure that you can do every single thing that is important in your life every single day. But the key to having a life of happiness is knowing how to balance those things in the way that you need to. So I do some things where I actually set goals at the beginning. Well, at the end of the month, I set a goal so that I can identify what are the things that are most important to me, whether it's my relationships with my friends, relationships with my boo, relationships with my, my team. We're talking about relationships. Then also I want to make sure, okay, what's important to me, like my finances and, being able to grow my finances, being able to, not just grow the finances, but now invest my finances, all types of stuff, right? So we're looking for people that can talk about finances because, most of the people in our community, child, we don't never want to talk about finances, child. We only want to talk about, the only finances we want to talk about is getting the bag, right? We only want to talk about how can I make more money, but I'm going to tell you this, once you start hitting a certain level of income where you got more money than the end of the month, hallelujah, praise God, won't he do it? Then you're now starting to think about those opportunities of how can you invest your money. And it is my intention and my goal that I want every single one of y'all to get in a position where you got more money than the end of month, before the end of the month, than month, right? That you now are in a position to invest, because that's where we're lacking here with being able to build true generational wealth. And then of course, like when we talk about mental wellness, because we got to listen, a lot of us are out here doing the work. And I'm a big believer that none of us are really lazy. You got some lazy people, but most of y'all that follow me, y'all not lazy. Y'all not lazy. Y'all know how to grind. Y'all know how to work hard. Y'all know how to do what you need to do. But the key is the mentality behind it all, right? And so it's not a matter of how hard can you work. It's a matter of how are you working. And for example, when I share all the time and I say that many of us, we get addicted to our own labor. And it's not because that necessarily, I want to say, I personally don't believe that all of us are just naturally greedy. Some people are. That's why we want to teach this and do that and do this and try to have our hands in everything. It's just, this is what we were taught. We were taught how to hustle, by our parents or by our parents' parents. We were taught to grind in multiple spaces, not realizing that we could truly build a 6 and 7 figure in one niche space and turn that into multiple streams of income. So we want people to talk about finances in that way. And then of course, we want people to be able to talk about business and career growth, because I believe that some people don't need to be entrepreneurs. I have come to learn everybody ain't meant to be an entrepreneur. And if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, you ain't got to be one. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, entrepreneurship is not for everybody, and it's not easy. It is not easy doing something where you do not have people calling you to confirm if you're going to work today. You don't have people that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not, you don't have people that are willing to, you got a client who ain't doing what they supposed to do and they talking trash and you know what I'm saying? Like nobody cares. Don't nobody care. You know what I'm saying? Or, the marketing is not cheap. And one of the biggest downfalls that many of us have in business is that we don't invest into our marketing, right? We just use Instagram or Facebook and think we're marketing. That's not marketing, right? So we want somebody that can talk about business growth, but also some people that want to climb the corporate ladder, we want you to talk to. So lookingforspeakers.com. Now, for those of you who are trying to write the right book, okay? For those of you who are trying to write the right book, or you already have a book that is out and you're trying to truly make money with your book. Remember what I stated, 80%. So it's a lot of people that follow me who are authors who are not leveraging their books properly, and their books are not making them any money. In fact, it is very safe to say that majority, lookingforspeakers.com, that majority of the people that follow me that are authors, okay, and they're not making the income that they want, the last time they sold their book was during the launch phase. Many authors, listen, y'all, this book has been out since 2014. 2014 is when this book came out. Y'all see this? A Six-Figure Vision. I still sell that book today. That's not a book that I wrote just to be able to launch it and not sell it. I still sell that book today. Okay. And so I it's a lot of authors. They got these books, and I meet people all the time. They so proud, and and it's unfortunately our community. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Unfortunately, our community, we are so proud of our titles, right? We are so proud of our titles, but when it comes to looking for, what's the domain? Yeah, I'm looking for speakers.com. I'm sorry, y'all. Lord Jesus, I did the whole video and it was wrong. Let me put it back up. The link is not looking for speakers. It's I'm looking for speakers.com. But anyways, as I was stating, what was I saying, y'all? I was talking about authors. So you have a lot of authors that when the book first comes out, that's the last time they've ever sold it. And so I meet a lot of authors every day, and we should be proud about our titles, but I think we get addicted to our titles. Like, we have a community where we're not addicted to results. We're not addicted to, are you really impacting the world? Does that make sense? Like, we don't get addicted to that. And it's crazy to me. We've got to stop being addicted to titles and being addicted to results. If you wrote a book and it's not making you money, like, come on, y'all, we got to change that, right? So my intention is not just to be a publisher. Like, I'm not a book publisher. And so a lot of times people get me confused with other folks. I'm not a book publisher, y'all. I am a coach. And I want to show you, first of all, if you don't have the right book written, then it's not a whole lot that I can do for you. Can I get an amen? A lot of people be like, oh, can you help me make money with my book? But the book is trash. No shade. I'm not talking to none of y'all. I'm just saying in general. Does that make sense? Because sometimes people come to me and they want me to sell these, like, help them sell these books. Child, these books is not set up to sell. Like, Pookie done created the cover. Sheree done created the format of the book. The inside of the book looked like somebody 12 years old put it together. And no shade, guys. We don't know what we don't know. And I do want to commend anybody who has taken the time to put a book together, because putting a book together is a big deal. Okay. But now we got to make sure we can't just be putting out trash. Okay. And so the number one thing is having the right book, right? So do you have the right book? And not even just having the right book that looks great. Please don't get me confused on that either, because that's a difference too. I know plenty of people who have great looking books. Like, the book looks great, the content looks great, but they never created it with the intention of moving that person to the next stage. They never created that book with the intention of thinking, as a result of someone reading this book, what is it that they now know? As a result of somebody reading this book, what is it that is transforming in their life, and what is the next step? Because where we actually mess up the most is we never take the time to plan the purpose of that out. See, I'm going to tell you guys, you leave a lot of money on the table. And then a lot of times people say, well, I just want people to buy the book. I ain't really trying to sell. Well, listen, you ain't got to sell, but position them in front of somebody that you can actually get another stream of income from that can sell it, right? Because what you must understand is the reason why people buy, especially self-help books. Listen to me, y'all. I'm about to drop a bar. And if I drop a bar, I need y'all to drop some mics or bars or money or something in the comment space. Okay, if this is good, I want you to drop a money sign. I want you to drop some microphones or drop a bar. I don't know. Do they got the gold carrot bars as an emoji? Listen, y'all. The number one reason why people buy self-help books is not because they want to read the book. Most people don't even like to read the book. Do you know why people buy self-help books? They buy self-help books because they want the results that it promises. Drop the bar. Drop the bar. Drop the bar. Hey! See, we out here writing these books thinking everybody gonna read it from beginning to the end, and the rooted and the tooted. And the truth is, the reason why people buy the book is because they want the results. And so they're going to get the book for confirmation. Can this person give me the results? And if they can, guess what they're looking for next? How can I get to it faster? And where you won't offer the opportunity or extend the opportunity to help someone get to it faster, do you know what that is called? You're selfish. Oh, Lord. Don't get me. Can a sister tell the truth, please? Can a sister just tell the truth? Oh, Taria, I don't want to coach. Coach, everybody's trying to be a coach. Well, Taria, I don't want to sell a product. Everybody's selling a product. I just want to write a book. You are selfish. How can you say that you want to change people's lives and you already know when they read, they're not going to read the whole book? You already know they buy the book because they want the results if you wrote the book right. But you don't want to give them or extend them the other opportunity to work with you further, or you be the bridge between yourself and someone else who can offer the services, because maybe you don't want to coach or none of that stuff. Okay, fine. I'm going to connect you with Cutting Image. Cutting Image says, I can coach in that space, and I build a partnership with Cutting Image. So every single time someone's like, yes, what's the next phase? I say, hey, here's Cutting Image. I'm going to connect you with them. And because we've worked out a partnership, this is another stream of income. Yes, yes. Now, do all partnerships and all, JV partnerships or affiliates and stuff like that, do they all work out? No. Everybody ain't the same. And some people out here schemy, scammy, slimy, slimy. Okay, it is what it is. You just got to go through. Sometimes you got to go through the snakes in the grass to get through the grass. Okay, it is what it is. Let it go. Let it go, y'all. Like, for real. People be so hooked. I don't want to work with people because I don't trust people. So it's just going to live your whole life by yourself? I mean, no. You got to, who do you serve? I serve God. And God would never give me a vision, a clear vision, mind you. He would never give me a clear vision without an opportunity for it to come to pass. It doesn't say just because he gave me the vision that it's supposed to be easy. It doesn't say that just because he gave me the vision that there's not going to be trials and tribulations and heartbreaks and, and people that have, lied and cheated and all types of stuff. It doesn't say that. And so partner with other people. People buy your book because they want the results. So this is the deal. I got another event at the end of this month that y'all need to be at. For those of you who said you need to schedule a discovery session, this is what you need to do. You need to be at the Book Profits Mastermind. For those of you who are authors and you're trying to really take that book to the next level, you need to be at the Book Profits Mastermind. For those of you who are thinking about writing a book, and even those y'all, because some of y'all be coming to me talking about, well, I'm in the process of writing it, and I already know, and this is, again, no shade, no tea to nobody. 80% of most people who are currently working on their book are working on the wrong book, or they're not writing it in a way that is designed to sell and at the same time build multiple streams of income. My gift is not in books. God didn't give me that gift. Okay, I know exactly what the gift is that God gave me, and I'm here to try to teach you guys. You got to pull up on it. Now, for those of you who are at the last one and you need the next step is my 3-day boot camp. Okay. That's my 3-day boot camp, and you should have gotten the link on how to register for the boot camp that's coming up in April. If you need to schedule a discovery session, and by the way, a discovery session is not a coaching session, and I also do not do one-on-one coaching sessions. I'm gonna tell you why, because it's very difficult for me to help you to get to a 6- and 7-figure business in 1 hour. Does that make sense? It's very difficult. All right. I can't do it. I promise you I can't. If you need to, now let me give you the link for and by the way, we have some people who come to the Book Profits Club Masterminds a couple of times. Okay. So Book Profits, Book Profit. I got all these new domains, y'all. I'm trying to transition. We doing some new stuff right now. Okay. Book Profits Mastermind.com. Because we got the Book Profits Club Mastermind, and then of course Book Profits Mastermind. So if you go to bookprofitsmastermind.com, you can actually register and get you a ticket to the event that is taking place on Sunday, March the 28th. Okay, Book Profits Club. So if you're an author, if you're a future author, if you're in the process of writing your book, before you publish that baby, please come to this event, because I would hate for you to put together something that is going to be that could have been a great book if you just did a small tweak. Small tweaks is what can take you from being a person who makes $10,000 in their launch and that's it, and then to making $10,000 every single month. Does that make sense? And so that is my mission here, to help you. I literally have domains for everything. I promise you. Randon, I've got over 100 and something domains. If I think about it and it sounds dope, I buy it. So I literally have domains. I'm looking for, and they're always radio ready. I don't like to use Bitly. No shade to people who do, because some people still don't understand how to use the Bitly and it's confusing. I like to use a domain that people can remember. So I'm looking for speakers.com as well as Book Profits Mastermind. Very easy to remember. Now, for those of you who need to schedule a discovery session, you have a couple of questions before you enroll into the 3-day boot camp. The next one is coming up in April. So you really want to secure your spot like today, because we're already doing pre-work sessions and training and stuff. Last week, we talked about pre-selling. We've literally had people that have followed my pre-selling. That's another thing. People always want to have a reason not to do stuff. I just want y'all to know something. Can I just be transparent? Can I be transparent real quick, y'all? Can I drop another mic? Can I drop another mic? I don't know. Some people don't be really ready to hear my coaching. Like some folks think I'm a little bit too tough of a coach. They can't handle it. But I think the reason why many of us can't handle it is because many of us have never been told the truth. A lot of us have been babied. And that's one thing I fear about this new generation, is that we're so sensitive and you can't tell them you can't tell nobody nothing. And everybody's sensitive. And so when you tell somebody the truth versus telling them what they want to hear, which has kept them in the position that they've been in for all the years that they've been there, instead, and I'm telling you, I've always had coaches who just told me like it is. Okay. So I've been blessed to be in a position where I haven't had people that will kind of, sugarcoat it so that not to hurt my feelings. You don't have a coach because you don't want, because you don't want your feelings hurt. You have a coach because you want your life to change. You have a coach because you want your life to transform. You have a coach because you're sick and tired of being where you are. You need someone to move you to the next level. You cannot message me. You must schedule a discovery session, y'all. I don't do inbox messaging. So if you're interested in going to the boot camp, you need to go to visiondiscoverysession.com. That's how I work. Okay. So I work like that only because I get messages left and right. You guys would not believe it. And so this call is not a coaching session. It is a session to identify if the boot camp is a good fit for you. There is an investment, and the investment for my program is way less than what people actually pay to go to a publisher that doesn't teach you anything. They don't teach you selling. They don't teach you multiple streams of income. They don't teach you leveraging, none of that, right? So guys, I'm just letting you know, vision discovery. And I don't know who's typing to me. I think you're typing in a group, because sometimes if you're typing to me in a Facebook group, it'll just say Facebook user. So I don't know who that is. Who is typing, but please go to visiondiscoverysession.com. That's how you can schedule your one-on-one with me if you're interested in moving forward to the next phase. Now, this is what I was going to say. Y'all gave me permission, so I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. I have a training, y'all. I have a training where I literally teach people how to pre-sell their books. And I've had people that have followed that training and have raised anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 before the book is out. Any of that. But yet I'll still have people. Why is it that I'll still have some people? And by the way, everybody, the training teaches you how to utilize social media. Okay, hey, Elizabeth, it teaches you how to use social media, but some people don't have a social media following. You don't have or you might have a following, but you don't have influence. It's a big difference. Okay. So sometimes you got to pick up the phone and call people, but people won't pick up the phone. They won't pick up the phone and call people, but they're not in a position where they want to be financially. Why is it though that sometimes people will still message me and say, I want to do it, but I don't have the money? Because there are just some people in this world. There's Nicole. Nicole's one of our brand new authors as well. She just attended our boot camp in January. Which one? January, right? And so her book is getting ready to go to print. She's going to be having her launch very soon. The truth is, the reason why there will still be people who will say, I don't have the money, or whatever excuse they need to give, because sometimes I don't have the time. I don't know how to write, whatever excuses that people give in other aspects. Because it's not just in the book world. People give excuses everywhere, across the board. Across the board, they do it. The reason why, and I've come to learn, and I do not try to convince someone who is convinced and continuously living a life that allows them to live in their excuses. Because I believe that there are just some people that no matter how good it looks, they will never do the work or never take action or never move forward. And then let me tell you something. That is all in programming. It's all in programming. But at some point in our lives, we have to make a decision to stop allowing that of what we have learned in our past to dictate the actions that we take today. Somebody told you when you was a little kid that they had the money. Stop asking me for money. Money don't grow on trees. What you think I'm made of? We ain't got it. We ain't got it. We ain't got it. Even when we do have it, we still ain't got it because soon as we get it, it's gone. This is programming. And the only way that can ever change, number one, somebody has to consciously interrupt the way that you think. And a lot of people are not ready for that. And so when somebody sends me a message and they say, I really want to do it, but I don't have the money, I simply do not respond anymore. Sometimes I might say, okay, well, whenever you're ready. But in my mind, I say, how could you not have the money when I have a whole training that shows you how to raise the money? So you're telling me that you refuse to be coachable. And I'm not just talking about me, y'all. Listen, I don't care if somebody gets into my program or not. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? But sometimes we have to be told the truth. What do they say? The truth will set you free. Sometimes we have to be told the truth because a lot of us are living this fantasy and then we're around people. I was looking at a post today. Said I sent that training to the friend looking to get pre-orders. One of my friends raised over $700 in a week because of your training. Thank you, Lionel, for sharing. I was looking at something that said Will Roundtree. We actually did his last book, The Ish They Don't Tell You, and it's called Full-Time CEO. The Ish They Don't Tell You, something like that, right? So, anyways. He was saying that a lot of times our life can be completely messed up by the people that we spend most of our time with, our friends. So first of all, you were raised in a household where you were constantly told that you ain't got money. We don't have money. Money don't grow on trees. We don't have it. Stop asking me. Stop asking me. This is why we're afraid to. That's why we don't like to get no's, because of the conditioning that we were given when we were children. We don't want to be told no, because if we kept, because think about it, when children are fearless, and this is the conditioning that we create within our own kids without even thinking about it. Our kids are asking us for a cookie and we're like, no. And they'll keep asking for the cookie until eventually we go off on them and yell at them, stop asking me. And so we have taught them subconsciously that when you hear no, stop asking. So then we go into sales and we wonder why we're afraid of sales. Instead of creating some type of opportunity so that they can learn the principle behind earning. So maybe you don't want to give them a cookie because it's not time, but let's explain to them the purpose of the no and how can they actually get a yes? What are some of the things that they can do so that they can earn the opportunity to get the yes? Now we are learning how not to let a no keep us in fear, but using a no and figuring out how to create an opportunity from that no. Yes or yes? And then we grow up and we're told, I never forget, my daddy used to tell me this all the time. You think I'm just made of money. You think money just grow on trees, and it does. It's paper. I mean, we didn't really have credit cards like that. You know what I'm saying? So we were using money and checks, and both of those are made of paper. But anyway, so we would then, you think money grow on trees? You just keep asking me for stuff. I ain't got it. But then when I go in the house, I see TVs in every room. When I go in the house, I see, you know what I'm saying? Like the conditioning. So we don't have money, but yet as soon as we get a check and it's Black Friday, we then go and spend our money on flat screen TVs when we got TVs in the house that work just fine. By the way, they got TVs nowadays for $100. $100. You need to go to Book Profits Mastermind King. Book Profits Mastermind. You need to join my one-day event. If you guys have a book that's out and you need help turning it into profits, that is how I can help you. Otherwise, it's a higher investment. It's a higher investment. That's where you need to start. So go to bookprofitsclubmastermind.com. So then we're taught as children, stop asking me, all this stuff. And it grows into us, into adults. And so now we have a fear of rejection. So now we have a fear of moving forward. Now we have the conditioning that I ain't got it. And then we get around other people who have the same conditioning. Listen to me. We are grown women and men. There comes a point where you must be willing to receive the information and know that your life, the way that we live our life, is a direct reflection of the actions that we take. No, Taria, I didn't choose to work this job. Yes, you did. You applied for it. Well, this was all that they had. Okay, but what are you doing to develop and grow? Sometimes it's not always about getting a college degree, but it's also about how are you networking? How are you expanding your environment? How are you just the other day, I went to go eat at one of my little favorite spots here in Houston, and I'm sitting down. Mind you, I had my headphones on. So when you see me with my headphones on, it means I don't want to talk. This means don't talk to me. But of course, I must have been looking real fabulous or something. I don't know. As soon as this lady comes sit down right beside me, and she talking me to life. She see I got the headphones on. She see I'm looking at the little show on my phone. She don't care. But that was God. I always look at that. Sometimes that be God. So she's sitting there talking to me, and she tells me how she's a lawyer, and she's a lawyer specifically for people who have commercial properties and things like that. She definitely got money. I could tell. She got a check. Long story short, we start talking about other stuff. I was telling her I wanted an old school 1969 Mustang. She's like, oh, I can get that for you. Just let me know. What do you want? Da, 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 da. Long story short, I met this woman, probably a millionaire, multi-millionaire, because I positioned myself in that space. Now, what if I was looking for a job because we clicked? And I was looking for a job, or I was looking for a way to get a raise in my job. Guess what? That means if I position myself where the money resides, instead of positioning myself around a whole lot of other people who got the same conditioning that I got, then my mindset changes. Does that make sense? She's telling me how she got her Maserati out there. Oh, yeah, just pay cash for that one. And then I've got another car, all this stuff, right? Listen, that book right there, this How to Sell to Negroes. Absolutely. No offense to anybody. That's a good book right there. But we position ourselves. We've got this program, and then we get around other people who have the same programming, and now it's okay because we all broke together, or we all not taking action together, or we all turn it up every single day possible. And y'all know I love a little turn up. In fact, I'm about to go do a little turn up for the 1-2 on the 1-2. Okay. But we all get around other people who let us be mediocre. And then you send a message to someone who is designed to help transition your life, and you give them a mediocre response. Jesus. Life can't change in mediocrity. Jesus, won't he do it? Yes, I'm looking for speakers. If you go to I'mLookingForSpeakers.com, you can fill out the form. I will be doing possibly tonight a presentation to tell you I'm looking for speakers in the areas of business, career, finance, and wellness. I give a full training teaching people how to make money, and people still will say I ain't got the money. I just be like, yo. Ooh, this programming that we have received is hurting our people. It's so much programming that we have to debunk right now. I promise you, in our community, it's so much bad programming. bad programming. And I won't get into all of that because we could be here all day because it's a lot. It's programming in our relationships that's bad. It's programming in our finances that's bad. It's programming in the way that we make money that's bad. It's programming in the way that we get education that's bad. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So anyways, okay, so again, I'm lookingforspeakers.com is where you want to go for that. Looking for speakers in all those different areas. We do have a conference coming up next weekend, the Breakthrough and Empowerment Conference. If you want to see, it's going to be lit. I promise you. We do not do, and it is going to be a virtual event for the speakers that I'm looking for because we want to be able to bring speakers from all over the country, perhaps internationally. This conference that we have coming up, we do have some international speakers, and so we don't do our events like we do everybody else, like everybody else does. Trust me, y'all, it's next level. And now I'm in the process of talking to a developer who's about to take it a whole next level when it comes to doing these virtual events. And then also for those of you who are authors, you're future authors, you're in the process of writing a book, please, y'all, please don't come to me talking about, oh, I'm working on my book right now, I'm gonna hit you up when it's done. Don't do it. Because I promise you, 80% of most people who are even in that phase, I don't care if you're working with a publisher or not, I'm not a book publisher. I am a coach that shows you how to get to the money, right? I'm a coach that's going to show you how to get the bag. I'm a coach that's going to show you how to leverage your book, and do the things that I have done over the years to consistently earn multiple six figures and still sell my books. This book came out in 2014. It still sells today, okay? So if you're interested, you need to go to bookprofitsmastermind.com, bookprofitsmastermind.com, so that you can be a part of that. All right. All right, y'all. Well, that's about it. I am about to go and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I hope that you guys have a marvelous and wonderful and blessed day. I hope that I did not say something too harsh that caused you to disconnect and not listen, because that's one thing that we will do. As soon as somebody says something we don't agree with, then we ready to disconnect and we ready to cut it out, right? So, anywho, with that stated, y'all, you have a wonderful day. Good day. God bless. And holla at your girl.